Harry.
Harry.
Hairy.
Harry.
You're wrong.
Okay. They will find out.
And this is Stranger Still. Want to hear my Bane impression?
Yeah.
I hope this comes out on the microphone.
You were born in the shadows. I was born in them, molded by them. Batman, I'm gonna get you.
No, you ain't.
Can you understand what I'm saying?
Can you understand what I'm saying?
Why are you repeating it, Batman?
I know you are, but what am I?
That's really mature.
So, Nick, there you go. Changing it up.
Changing it up. We recently had an argument on air
Yeah.
about how to pronounce
In air. There's air all around us. We're kind of in it.
about how to pronounce Harry and Harry. Harry and Hairy.
Right.
We're not going to talk about that anymore today, except I went home and I realized how do you say Barry
Barry.
and Berry?
Barry.
No, it's Barry.
Both of them?
Yes.
Cool. Just because you're Midwest Nick doesn't mean that you have an excuse to skip words and pronounce them any way you like.
So what about Mary?
Hey, I like your haircut, Harry.
Mary
M-A-R-Y? Mary.
and Marry.
Marry.
You are weird.
Okay.
How about COT?
Caught.
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 They're both caught.
No! I'm really upset. Are you being a real human being?
Yes, caught. You sleep in a cot and you caught a mouse.
No, you didn't.
This is where our friendship ends. We made it through Mario Kart together. We've made it through trials and tribulations, and this is the thing that ends our friendship.
I'm really upset with you.
So back in history times, they used to use accents to. There was a group of people, if they couldn't pronounce a word right, they would know that they weren't from the area that they were, and they'd kill them.
Yeah, well, what do you think we're doing right here, huh?
You gonna kill me after this is done?
Well, I'll tell you what size you wear in concrete boots? I'm just to know. It's just a good thing to know.
It's a
Friend.
A 10 in Converse,
A 10.
9 regular.
Yeah, quickcrete?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is getting heated. Let's simmer down, both of us.
Yeah, I think we both caught the bug.
The bog?
Is that how you say-
B-O-G?
Yeah, B-O-G, B-U-G, bug. It's all both bug.
That's my rapper name is Notorious B.O.G.
Weird. It's weird. It's a weird name. You rapper at Swamps?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, John, where do different accents come from? That's what we're going to explore today. So tell me, where do accents come from?
Whew. Well, okay, Nick.
And we're talking about the United States.
In the United States, where do accents come from?
Right.
Okay. So everyone knows that when you come into the United States of the USA,
Yep.
the United States of the United States of America,
Right.
You come in through
Ellis Island.
Ellis Island, which is in
New York.
That's right, New York City.
Okay.
Everybody used to talk like this.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the right way to talk.
Okay.
This is how I talked when I was from New York. I'll get my coffee and my bagels, and I'll talk like a real human.
Okay.
But now, everybody thinks they can talk however they want. And cat mean the same thing.
You're scaring me.
Makes me mad.
Joe Pesci, thank you for your time today and
let me tell
joining
you
us
what,
on
real
our
quick.
podcast.
Let me tell you what. So here's what happens. Let me calm down. Let me take it from a 10 to a 9. So, from New York, people said, hey, you know what? There's not enough room over here.
Right.
There's not enough pizza joints in the whole city for us to work at.
We gotta
grow west and we gotta grow some corn.
Yeah. Put them on our pizza.
So they lost their way. You eat corn on your pizza?
No, but people in England do.
Oh.
Not disgusting.
I'm not here to judge.
I am.
I'm not here to judge pieces.
Then why do you judge the way I say caught?
Because you're wrong, sir. So anyway, we moved out west, and we lost our sense of community. tradition, New Yorkness, and all of a sudden, folks started talking like.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
Picture this.
Uh huh.
You got a big bowl of spaghetti fazool in front of you.
Yep, my eyes are closed.
You're enjoying your spaghetti fazool
Yep.
with your chicken parm and your antipasto.
Right.
Your galamat and your ancini de pepe soup.
I understood one of those words.
And you say, you know what? I'm going to be a farmer. I'm going to go out west.
Okay.
I'm going to grow some corns and some soybeans.
Yeah.
And as you go, you lose your culture. You lose your way.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
forget about pizza and filet mignon.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, you're in the cornfields. And you start talking like Cleetus, the Midwest farmer man.
Daddy?
What's up, y'all?
Is that you, Daddy?
Hey, Nicholas, it's Pop-Ups.
Let me open my eyes. Oh, it's just you, John. That sounded like my dad because I'm from Iowa.
This is how Iowans talk.
I don't think that's true.
Y'all like NASCAR and corn?
I hate NASCAR. I love corn.
You like them corn races? Break out them wheelbarrows. It's time for the corn races.
Thank you, Cleetus, for joining us on our podcast. Can you please go back home? You smell like pig.
Well, that ain't nice. That's mighty rude of you, sir.
I never said it was mean. I'm just saying that's the truth.
I'll tell you what. I'd appreciate if you shut your dang finger-licking lips.
Finger lip and lip.
Finger-licking lips.
Finger licking lips.
I know y'all been diving into my deep-fried chicken. That's what we make out here. We got some livestock, got some corn. Everything grows from Miracle Grow. It's a miracle. This is America.
I'm just letting this go on. I don't make fun of the way you talk,
Bye,
mister.
y'all. I'm gonna leave now.
All right.
And that's not ridiculous.
Thank you, Cleetus, for your time.
No, thank you.
Nope. You're gone. Cleetus is gone. Thank you. Hi, John. Welcome back. You missed Cleetus. He came in here and was very offensive to Midwesterners.
Oh.
And now we're back down to 2 listeners, you and me. So every country has their own accents within their own language, right? We're going to focus on the U.S. for today because that's what we know best.
Uh-huh.
We've both been around the United States. That's our frame of reference.
Mm-hmm.
But, John,
Yeah.
did you know that goats baa in different accents,
In the United States?
depending on where they grow up?
No.
Yeah. Isn't that wicked?
Are you from Boston now?
Yeah, wicked awesome.
Oh my goodness.
There's
Can you give me go on? I'm so intrigued. Go.
like, I'm just making this up from whole cloth, but like ba and be and
Yeah, Boston.
bull
Yep. California.
and bore
Yeah, Nebraska.
and blee.
Florida. Tallahassee though.
So a lot of this is coming from an article on IO9. There's they also spoke about how gibbon, the bird, will sing different songs
Was that his
depending.
name or is that type of bird?
You're thinking of Ben Gibbard.
Oh, yeah.
Gibbon is a bird.
Okay. What's up?
They would sing different songs depending on where they grew up, like an accent, but it was just what they would sing.
Yeah.
And there's also pigeon accents, which I have no idea what that means.
So it extends beyond humans.
But it does extend beyond humans. I don't know why.
And humans. Let's not.
And right.
And persons.
I don't think it's any breaking news, and stop me if it is, if I'm cracking some nut here, but some languages don't have certain sounds. Like in Japanese, they don't have an L sound like we know it. They have an R sound that's kind of similar, but they don't have a distinct L sound. They also don't have V sounds. They use B's instead of V's. There's some sounds in the Spanish language that we don't have it over here, like the ñ, piñata.
Pinya.
Yeah, like we don't have that in America,
Right.
in traditional English.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my mom used to have to go to Mexico to buy a piñata.
Yeah.
We didn't have them here.
Wow. I didn't know they were that recent.
Yeah, this
Piñatas?
is piñatas. Yeah.
Was that a New York thing? Because I've had like Spider-Man piñatas since I was a kid, or a Pikachu
All
piñata.
imported. You just said yourself we didn't have them here, except in New York they're filled with pizza.
That sounds awesome. Can we
Very
do
messy.
that?
Very, very messy.
I need to experience a New York birthday.
Yeah, it's pretty good, except if you pick all the grass out of the cheese.
Yeah. So when a Japanese person for example, is learning English, it's extremely hard for them to learn to say our L sound. Because their R sound, they flick their tongue off the area behind their teeth, like right here, where the V comes down.
Yeah, good audio.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot my finger in my mouth.
Yep. He put his finger in his mouth.
Well, that was. I'm a
Behind his
method
front
actor.
teeth.
I'm a method actor, so I
Yeah.
had to put my.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Go on.
It's also hard for them to hear a distinction between L and R sound, just because those are incredibly similar in their language. Now, this is because when you're a baby, you can make any sound. Do you remember when you were a baby?
Yeah.
Do you remember making any sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I closed my eyes for a second there, and I thought I was at home with my baby, and you were going to spit up on me.
Nicholas, your baby Rory. I can make any sound.
All right. Thank you, Rory.
I love you, Dad.
Rory, thank you for stopping in for your time today. I hope you listen to this when you're older and you immediately hate John. So, what was I saying? When we're a baby, we can make any sound. The mouth is our oyster. At some point, it becomes so ingrained in our development that we lose the ability to make certain sounds that we just don't know anymore.
Is it because of like we haven't trained our muscles to work that way?
I believe so. Yeah. The article that I read didn't give any specifics, but they talked about a study where they took 6-month-olds and 1-year-olds, and 6-month-olds could still make those sounds, but once they hit 1 year, those sounds, the ability to make those new sounds are gone.
Now, is it the ability or the will?
Well, I don't know if you know babies, but 1-year-olds are very lazy. 6 months,
Sure.
6 months old, jet setters. They're go-getters.
You met a 1-year-old with a job?
Yes, he worked for the government.
Well,
Ayo, political jokes. So when it comes to accents within a singular language, it's a no-brainer that it comes down to where you grew up and who you grew up with. Which reminds me, I had a friend in middle school. His dad was from New Zealand, and his mom was from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
Oh, thanks. No, that's good.
No,
That's good stuff.
his
right
mom
there.
was from Brooklyn.
Sure. Yeah, Brookland. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
It's just where I came from. That's fine. Just
Yeah.
insult my culture.
You're welcome.
Want some bagels? Coffee?
Applesauce.
Let me head to Brooklyn. Get them for you real quick.
I hate you. So his dad was from New Zealand, his mom was from Brooklyn. Yet he sounded, and I am cautious to say this at this point, he sounded like a normal Iowan boy. Don't open your mouth.
I'm not going to say anything.
Really?
Why would I talk?
I
What
don't
do you mean?
I was afraid that Cleetus was going to burst in the door and
Hey
say,
everybody, it's Cleetus. How y'all doing?
okay. Yep.
I'm a normal island boy.
All right, Cleetus, you want to finish off this podcast with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just you. I'm sure that people love this audio experience.
Let's y'all do it together, y'all. Me and y'all.
Okay. Anyway, it's more about the region that you grew up in rather than who you grew up with. The U.S. is a really weird place with accents. There are so many accents that I went on Wikipedia and they had a page for all of the original English accents. So like the UK, Ireland, Australia, like all those. And then there was a section where it gave a brief breakdown of United States accents. And then there's a link you could click on that would take you to a page where it had all of the U.S. accents, had a list of 14. And each of those had linked to their own page to give the history of these accents.
Dang.
America is disgusting
Yeah.
in a good way with accents.
Yeah. Filthy with accents.
So I was also reading an article on Mental Floss about when Americans lost their British accents. When do you think they did?
When they lost their British accents?
Yeah.
They're on the boat
Uh-huh.
and they're like, I'm going to drink this chipper tea. Let's drink this tea. And then they got off the ship and on to the shores of Ellis Island.
Yeah.
And said, oh, look, it's a bagel shop. Let's get some coffee and bagels.
The real
Y'all ain't
answer
no tea.
The real answer is that we don't know when they lost their accent, but the long answer,
Speak for yourself, though.
as far as I've gathered, is that America never really had a British accent. This is a pretty common misconception that I'm very excited to share with you today because I just learned it. So the biggest difference between the traditional U.S. accent and the traditional U.K. accent is that we,
Don't use the letter U when it's useless in the word color.
well, that, but when it comes to R's, we use hard R's. If you ever listen to a British person do an American accent, they're like, I really like colors. This hamburger is delicious. But whereas England and in the UK, they barely recognize that the letter R exists. I love you, England. So like they say hard or NASCAR or
hamburger.
He turned into Steve Martin from Pink Panther.
Cheese hamburger. Hamburger.
So believe it or not, this is a really cool misconception that I'm really excited to share, is that England used to use their R's like we do today. Can you believe it? Because that's how it's written out. So I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why, if England is the original English place, why they would spell their letters with R's and then not use them?
Kind of like placeholders.
Right. But the real answer is that they used to use the R's. They used to care about the R's and nourish them, and takes a village, that whole thing.
Yeah.
But
Then the people that, they decided to abandon them, and pirates picked them up and used them for their own.
arr,
That's where pirates come from.
that's pretty good. But in about the year around the 1800s, royalty and the upper class started dropping off their R's. So
Oilties. Psh.
unless it's at the beginning of a word,
Oh, well,
upper class. But this is fairly recent. This is like 200 years ago that they started dropping off these R's. And remember what I said in the nickname podcast? The nickname episode? What happens with royalty?
is contagious.
It is contagious. So it started being used by they had pronunciation teachers back then for people that wanted to speak, quote, fashionably.
Yeah.
So they started teaching where you spoke without those R's. And it became, what do they refer to it as? Easily understood. So it just spread like wildfire across England, which is nuts.
Sure. No, that makes sense. Anybody want a hamburger?
What did you just say?
What?
Hamburger.
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 Oh,
You mean a beef patty. I will get that for you right away.
either way.
Right away. Anyway. So that spread in England like wildfire. Like wildfire. But settlers had already been in the U.S. for like 200 years at that point. About 300 years or so. So they already kind of had their own thing going on. So we came over here using our R's, which a lot of people don't think happen. But there's a lot of transportation in port cities where the upper class would go to England and come back, and they started to pick that up from England. So they'd bring it back to the United States.
Oof.
So it started to catch on a little bit in port cities in the United States around that time. But as you know, we're not speaking with British accents right now, are we?
Well, yes, we are. Because the British accent is the American
you just blew
accent.
my mind. I didn't even think of that. But no, we're not speaking like modern English folk because it never caught on. Part of that's because America had its own thing going on at the time. But the other part of it, and this is from another article, this was from an article on Penn State, where there was a professor talking about accents. Around the turn of the 19th century, there was a lot of immigration coming into the United States through Ellis Island.
Mm-hmm.
There's different cultures like Ireland, Germany. Those are big ones, especially in the north eastern area. Welsh, Italians, French, all that kind of stuff. Like the French went south. Canada owned a lot of like Louisiana. That's where we get Mardi Gras and that sort of thing, until it was purchased in the Louisiana Purchase. But a lot of Italians and Irish stayed up in the northeast area.
That's right.
Right, and that's where we get that accent. Germans were there too, but a lot of the Dutch moved out west into the Midwestern area. See that twinkle in your eye? Nope. I see it in your eyes.
Okay,
Okay.
bye.
So they were all spread out, and I don't know if you know this, but back then they didn't have like the internet. They
In
didn't
the 1800s?
Yeah, they didn't have cars. They certainly didn't have planes.
Did they have trains or automobiles?
It's a good movie.
I watched it on Christmas.
Do you? It's a
Sure.
good Christmas movie.
It is.
Man, I miss John Candy.
It was delicious to watch.
But a lot of this, there was a lot of isolation because of this. There was no internet. There's a lot of isolation because of this.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
What?
You're right.
What?
There's a lot of isolation because there's no internet, which is why people on the internet are starting to develop their own internet terms and slangs throughout the world.
Holy crap! Wow, you
Because-
just blew my mind.
Because now there's a connection to it, so people start saying like, I don't know, cats. You
Yeah.
know? What do people say on the internet?
Woot, leet,
Yeah,
epic,
right. All over the world.
Steely Dan.
It's
I
a
don't know.
it's a subculture of developing.
A student has
Sense.
become the master.
There you go.
You're jumping ahead though. So this isolation was created from a lack of transportation mainly. So as these groups would spread out, they'd isolate themselves. So there'd be a lot of like Irish and German over here. There'd be some French and Dutch over here.
Mhm.
But there's also this standard American accent that had been established for those 300 years. And as those different cultures are around you as you're a baby, you start to learn to make those sounds.
So the standard American accent was really the standard British accent originally, which developed into its own thing. And then as people immigrated into the country, it started to diversify.
It did. It started to diversify. So imagine that you're a baby in New York in the year 1800. You have Italians over here talking like this, and you've got Irish over
Hey,
here.
Mama, give me my bottle. Let me get
Give me
some
my
of that.
battle.
Let me get some of that sweet
Water.
formula.
Give me that water.
We don't say water weird.
Who says water weird?
Why do you say water? I didn't drink water when I was a baby. I drank some formula. Gotta get them nutrients.
Goo goo gaga.
Hey, Google Gaga. Hey, Mama.
But then you've got on the other side of you as a baby, you've got Irish people.
Hey, Mama. I'm from Ireland.
That's the same accent.
This is my Irish. This is me.
Hoity toity, I'm Irish. Oh, they're after me Lucky Charms. But I'm Irish.
You can't say that. People don't know that.
Well, now they do. So you got these two cultures on the side of you making all these sounds from their motherland, and you start as a baby, you develop the ability to make those sounds, and it sticks with you and becomes ingrained. So you are just this weird combination of Italian and Dutch and American that makes you talk like you, John.
Brings a tear to my heart. I think I'm bleeding in my heart. I should probably get some
You should
medical
probably get that
attention.
checked out. You know, the left side of your face was drooping. I didn't want to say anything.
Look. Oh, God.
Want me to wipe that slobber?
Oh, God. I'm okay.
You're okay?
Just, I got a little emotional.
So eventually, that weird sound that you're making as a baby, John, is just the sound of a generation at first, and then it just becomes the sound of that area.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
That's accents.
So basically, with the lack of communication between countries allowed countries to develop their own accents.
Uh-huh.
When they moved from Britain to America,
Uh-huh.
they had their own subculture where they developed an accent. Later, when they developed their own accent, they were separate. Other countries moved to the Americas. Other countries had different accents already
Uh-huh.
that combined with the accents we had.
Uh-huh.
And then America.
And then America, the great melting pot.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, great.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
I was listening to y'all,
Yeah?
and I think I just
I thought
want-
we shut the door and
Yeah, I
locked
think
it.
I just want. Yeah, you did. Called screwdriver. So I think what you're trying to find out over here, if I can just butt in real quick, mind my language, please. Everybody,
Butt?
can you please watch your language though?
Oh, you don't want me to say
You
but.
please watch your language though.
Okay, you don't
I
want...
appreciate it.
Okay.
I'd appreciate it.
Yep. I'm with you. Cleetus, please enlighten us on...
Everybody move to America, okay? 'Cause
That
that's
is
where
true.
the rich rich his soil was.
That's, well,
So once everybody got here, started planting their crops.
corn.
Once everybody moved here, started planting their crops. First thing we did was we established a way to speak, and it was the right way.
Like that?
I'll
Like
tell
you're
you
speaking
that.
now? Like you and me are speaking because we are speaking identically right now as Iowa folk.
This is how Iowa folks sound.
Yeah.
There's no difference between us, y'all.
Yep, we sound exactly the same.
Y'all, me, and you sound like two peas in a pea pod.
You all and me, you. 2 peas in a pod.
So once people moved here, they developed their own accents real quick, like. After that happened,
Yep.
you got America.
The great melting pot.
The greatest pot in all of the melting world.
I thought you were from Iowa, not Colorado.
Gotta go.
Thank you,
420
Cleetus.
plays it.
Thank you, Cleetus. It's always a pleasure.
YOLO.
John, you missed Cleetus again. He was here, and then he left after saying more mean things about Iowans. Can I say some mean things about New York now?
Yeah.
You smell like pizza.
Oh my goodness. Oh my heart. Oh,
Is it
can't-
bleeding again?
oh, I can't
Let me
handle
just
these.
patch that up.
Oh, I got some pizza sauce in my veins. It's bleeding.
I'm bleeding
Can't handle,
marinara.
oh, I can't handle these disses. Oh, you're so creative, Nicholas.
I know. Us Iowa folk are just the
Oh,
best.
you got all kinds of disses. You got anything else?
I got nothing else. Thanks for joining this interesting episode. I hope you enjoyed our guest speaker, Cleetus.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed our very non-offensive and inclusive, accurate guest speaker, Cleetus.
They're all Hugh people. Hugh persons. Humans. Womans.
Yeah, I love Cleetus. Follow us on Twitter at Stranger
Stranger
Still. You can find us on Facebook and join our group. Our website is strangerstillshow.com, where you can go listen to our episodes. You can ask us questions that you want answered on here.
And that's about it. I'm still John.
I'm still Nick. This is Stranger Still.